All right, so I've been looking for it. I've been looking for that one training aid that I can keep in my golf bag. It's small enough that goes in the golf bag, but it works on enough stuff and it's easy to use that I can keep it and be kind of my go-to aid for my own game, but also for people I work with. And I found it. This guy, the Y-Golf Alignment Mirror. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Scott, I'm coming at you. I know many of you have asked me for some ideas and asked me about, hey, what do you think of this device, this, that? I get that email all the time, or I also get messages about that all the time. I'm gonna talk about this alignment mirror because a couple people have asked me about it, and I've had a chance to use it a little bit now. I was excited to get it because I think alignment is still something that I struggle with. So it just so happens that I'm working on this in my game now. So seeing this, I was like, yes, that could be a very big help. But it's also something that is vastly misunderstood throughout the golf swing and just what people are working on. So this mirror is really, really cool. So very simple, you can see it's got basically 3 parts. It does come with a little travel case. You've got the mirror, which this mirror is actually curved. Convex, I believe is the word you would use for that. It's curved, and then you've got the alignment aids that you just stick in here, and then you now have an alignment aid, but you have it with this mirror, and the mirror is obviously the part that makes it a lot different than just using an alignment aid. So what can we work on, and why is this so important as we go? Well, the first thing is, you'll see on it, we have some lines. We've got this red center line. We've also got some lines here. These are for ball position. These black vertical lines based on righty or lefty. You also have these horizontal lines that you're going to be able to use to kind of see where you are aligning as you go through. So a couple of things that I've used this for, okay? So the first one is just obviously getting aligned. I tend to get open at address, so my shoulders will open up, I point left, then I'll start swinging a little bit left. I'm somebody that tries to draw the ball, so obviously that's not good for my swing. I need to have an alignment that makes sense for the shot that I'm looking for. What I like is, the other thing is, it helps me with ball position, getting the ball in a good position. So I actually go just back of the recommended line they give you. I go about 3/4 of a ball back. That's just where I like it in my game. So I get that set up. I can see my body. I want my body right on that center red line. And then I take my setup, and all I'm looking at is making sure that my shoulders, my knees, everything are in alignment as we go through. Now, what this device that I didn't expect, I thought that's all I was gonna get. What I didn't expect was, because the way the mirror is, all right, the way the mirror is, I can actually start working on my takeaway, which is another thing that I work on. So if you're somebody that rolls the club inside, I can actually see that here on the mirror. If I go way outside, I can see that. When I bring this back, I'm just trying to get my golf club. Now I can't see the whole club, but I can see enough of the club where I'm just trying to match up the shaft of the club with the lines on the mirror. Now all of a sudden, that's a pretty good takeaway as we go through. The other thing I like is, when we go back and I start to transition, I want to swing a little more from the inside. Well, now I don't want to come from outside here. I want to see my swing coming from just a little bit on the inside. So I'm not straight here, I'm just a little inside, working out to the golf ball. These are little things that I didn't expect I would be able to work on as I was going through this. Now, the other thing that I like is, it helps us with head position, where a lot of people will go and they swing and they go forward, they start to move forward with the golf ball. Now all of a sudden they go over the top. When we're making a full swing, I like to see, we go down, and we should actually have our head back behind the ball. Maybe right on I like to see it right on that red line still as we go through to hit it, just something like that. That's something that we can start to feel and rehearse. We don't want to get ahead when we are hitting a full shot. We don't want to move our body forward as we go. So I can work on setup, ball position, alignment. I can work on my takeaway, I can work on my transition, I can also work on impact, seeing where everything is. I can also see my hands here and seeing if I'm ahead or if I'm looking like this. I can actually see that based on how the mirror is positioned. Those are all really, really cool things that I like. Now, one other bonus thing that I like. We're in a heavy short game world right now. So if I move this in the short game, I can also look at my setup. I can also look at my head position. In short game, I want my head forward. I'm trying to make sure I hit the ball first. I'm trying to make sure that I have good contact, but I'm also trying to slow the ball down. So I don't want that power move where I'm hanging back a little bit with my head while everything's going forward. I actually want everything forward here. So I'm gonna get set up, head in front of this black line, because that's kind of where it is right now. I'm gonna get my head, and then when I move, I'm going to keep it forward. I can keep my head position forward as we go through and make a good short game shot. I hit that one very, very nicely. So those are some bonus things that I saw from this thing. It's really, really cool. It's one of those things that it will be a staple for me teaching. It's going to be in my golf bag. So I would highly recommend it. If you're looking for something, this is the device that I would get that pretty much can fix it. I don't know if there's anything that fixes everything, but this one is really, really close in terms of how do we make ourselves better and do it easily and actually take it with us. You can use it everywhere that you go. So the Y-Golf alignment mirror, I will link this down below, all right? You do get a discount if you use the link, so check that out, and definitely worth it. I was actually surprised. I thought it was just gonna be alignment, and it's honestly so much more. If you have questions about it, love to hear your thoughts. Leave those comments down below, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.